Today we're diving into part 2 of the high-stakes legal battle involving former Congressman Matt Gaetz. He's now suing Congress, or at least the Ethics Committee. If you did not see my video yesterday that detailed the ethics report that was released by the U.S. House of Representatives Committee on Ethics, pause this and watch that. I'll pin it above and in the pinned comment, as that video explains a lot of the allegations lodged against Congressman Matt Gaetz. Some of y'all got really upset over that video I did yesterday. Don't kill the messenger. I simply reported on what was released. I would have done it to any Democrat, so I can't not do it when it happens to one of our own. If you've watched this channel for any period of time, you already know that I am a big fan of how Congressman Matt Gaetz operated and pushed against the swamp creatures when he was still in Congress. I also thought he was a tremendous pick for the United States Attorney General by Donald Trump, as he would have made the entrenched bureaucrats squirm daily. I've said that for years, and if you get upset and you think I'm on the Democrat side, the problem is you took everything out of context, you don't understand. I'm actually a big fan of Matt Gaetz, and as of yesterday, Matt Gaetz is taking the House Ethics Committee to federal court, claiming they overstepped their authority and violated his rights. Now, Gaetz, a Republican representative from Florida since 2017, resigned from Congress on November 13, 2024, following his nomination as the Attorney General by President-elect Donald Trump. However, Gaetz's departure didn't end his legal woes. The House Ethics Committee, which had been investigating him for alleged misconduct, they announced their plans to release the report on their findings anyway. Typically, what had happened is if somebody left Congress, then Congress no longer has jurisdiction over them, and the reports, they just die, basically. Well, that didn't happen this time. And Gaetz has vehemently denied these allegations. I said that even yesterday. Those allegations include claims of sexual misconduct, misuse of campaign funds, and drug-related activities. Again, I will say it again, Matt Gaetz has vehemently denied those allegations. Now, the Department of Justice dropped similar charges against him in February of 2023. That also says a lot. In his lawsuit, Matt Gaetz argues that the Ethics Committee lacks the authority to take any action against him now that he's a private citizen. He points to the committee's own rules, which clearly state that their jurisdiction ends when members resign or leave office. He gave two examples in his lawsuit. Representative Stephen Palazzo in 2023, their jurisdiction, Congress's jurisdiction that is, ended upon his resignation, as well as Representative Fortenberry in 2022. Same deal. He quit. The investigation ceased. Matt Gaetz's legal team highlights a series of cases where the committee consistently acknowledged this limitation, but not for him. The lawsuit also accuses the committee of violating Matt Gaetz's Fifth Amendment rights by planning to release potentially defamatory findings without giving him access to evidence or the opportunity to respond. Gaetz claims this lack of transparency undermines the ability to defend himself, and he's right. Matt Gaetz warns that the report's release would cause irreversible damage to his reputation. As a public figure, he argues that the committee's findings, once published, would dominate headlines and permanently stain his name, even if proven false. And it's taking place right now. We have seen the Washington elite do this over and over again. Remember Russia, Russia, Russia? There are plenty more examples as well, but they would rather destroy someone at all costs. They did it to Donald Trump, and they just might be doing it to Matt Gaetz right now as well. Regardless, the Ethics Committee moved forward and released the report. Gaetz is facing significant reputational harm, but his argument about jurisdiction may hold legal weight. I want to pause for a second here and thank the sponsor of the video, that's Brownells. Brownells has all of your online commerce-y type things about our tools. If you want to reload, you need a sandbag, you need some clothing to shoot, to do archery, to go hunt. You know what I'm saying, guys. Brownells is the place to be. Code GNG10 will save you money. And stay tuned for our announcement at SHOT Show about my dream rifle build. You're not going to want to miss that announcement. Oh, and also, there's about 58 of these TriStar shirts left. Smokey the Bear, only you can prevent tyranny. If you want them, get them, because they're gone. Great presents, birthday gifts. Back to Matt Gaetz. Gaetz had requested an emergency restraining order to block the report's release, but the court either did not act, chose not to act, or wasn't able to act before the Ethics Committee released it. I think it's the Ethics Committee actually released it before the court could act. Now, let's not forget about the $18.2 million slush fund that Congress established for #MeToo claims. Yeah, the $18.2 million fund was managed by the Office of Congressional Workplace Rights since 1997 to settle 291 workplace disputes involving Congress, the Capitol Police, the Architect of the Capitol, and the Library of Congress. Those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. That fund was used for claims including workplace safety, pay disputes, and sexual harassment. The settlements include high-profile cases, such as one involving former Representative John Conyers, whose misconduct settlement was funded from his office budget and not included in the report fund totals. Yeah, and we know nothing about this stuff. There were 32 cases of sex or gender or pregnancy discrimination that were filed in 2018, fiscal year 2018, and there were 28 of them in fiscal year 2019. A 2019 report showed 16 employees receiving $600,363 in settlements with claims broken down by discrimination type, for example, race, disability, and national origin. There's no transparency, but they want everybody to say that Matt Gaetz is a terrible person, and everybody should believe what they're lodging against Matt Gaetz. So I say that to tell you this. Take this in context. Just like everything they released about Donald Trump has been proven to be false. I said in the first video, these are allegations. These are things he allegedly did. He was not even charged, okay? So what do I think? My opinion, and I'm entitled to my own damn opinion, especially on my own damn channel, regardless of what YouTube thinks about it or not. My opinion is that the Washington elite, they know that Matt Gaetz would love nothing more than to continue to expose their wicked ways. He made a lot of political enemies when he had Kevin McCarthy removed as Speaker of the House. That is a very powerful position, and there's a part of the swamp that wanted to get even with Matt Gaetz at all costs. And I think this was that opportunity. To attempt to smear him and ruin his name. To keep him from returning back to Congress on January 3rd. Remember, he did win re-election. I think they're doing to Matt Gaetz what they did with Donald Trump. I really do. They're trying to ruin him at all costs. Like I said, I'm a Matt Gaetz fan. I love the way he operates. I love the way he called a spade a spade. I love the way he stood up for the Second Amendment. I love the way he stood up for the Constitution. And I love how he called out the rhinos in Congress. But remember, again, these are just allegations lodged by Congress members. They're not even cops. He was not charged with anything by the Department of Justice, and that speaks volumes because we all know how Biden's Department of Justice has conducted itself over the last 4 years. Now, my question for you is, what do you think? Should the Ethics Committee have released this report? Is Matt Gaetz right to push back? I want you to share your thoughts. I want you to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for updates on this case and more. Guys and gals, I hope you have a phenomenal Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. I do. My family does, so I'm going to say Merry Christmas to y'all. I hope it's a great one. I'm probably not going to do a video tomorrow. I'm going to try to take the day and spend it with my family. And to everybody who has given me well wishes about my back, I'm almost there. I'm almost back to normal. That turbulence was a son of a bitch, man. But I'm almost there. I'm almost back. And thank you for your kind words. I'll see you all on the next one. Merry Christmas.